Hi everyone, and welcome to AuntDi's Craft Room. With what you see here in front of us on the screen, we are going to make a card. Simple, that's just it. And we're going to learn how to use a few of the other features at the same time. So all I've done here is I've just gone into shapes to get my squares, and I typed in happy birthday. So we're going to start with the base of the card, and I'll remove all the other things off the screen by clicking on the eyeballs. So the base of the card, I would like this card to be 4 by 4, which means I'm going to have to remeasure it to 4 by 8, because you have to remember you have to fold it in half. Now you take your score line and move it to 90 degrees. Make it a bit bigger so it fits, and put it on top. Now the quickest way is to select all, go to Align, and click Center. Don't forget to, once again, select all and click Attached to make sure that that your score line stays. Just so we have a bit more viewing space, I'm going to put my screen back. My next layer, I want just a little bit smaller. That looks good. And I'd like to make sure it's semi-centered there on that square. See, you can't push centering because you'll center the whole page. So you just center it horizontally, I think it is. And select all and group. This way you can move it once again anywhere on your board or mat, and it will stay together. Let's bring up the next layers I need, and that's going to be the balloons. First of all, the balloons is set to the wrong setting. We want it to be a print to cut. So let's get them sized together onto the balloons, onto this white piece of paper. So first I'm going to size it to my card to make sure it looks like I'm approximately where I want it. And now I'm going to bring the balloons over and type in the exact same sizes, width and height, as the white card had. Move it over, bring it forward, and centered. Now, because I want this as a print to cut, I am going to select all, and we're going to flatten it. Flattening means it pretty much flattens it into one layer. So then now it's going to be print to cut off of the printer. Here, I'll show you by going over to the mat screen, the cutting screen. You see the square across around it? That is where the Cricut will cut. Now I'm going to center that onto this card. Center the card, select all, and attach. One thing don't forget, to make sure you are saving your projects. I forgot, especially if you're making a big project, because it's very upsetting if you don't. So let's get finishing the card here. Let's get the happy birthday out and the next layer that we need. This time we're going to be working with slice. So let's get everything sized up the way we need it sized and in place. Let's select the 2 layers. And remember, when we're doing this, you're not selecting all because we don't want the card part. Just the 2 layers we're working with, and slice. And what slice does is exactly what it sounds like. It cuts into that layer. Cuts the top layer into the bottom layer. Let's just delete everything we don't need and get it resized to the front of the card so that we can get it placed Now this time we are going to select all and group because we want it all grouped, all sized the same. You want to take a peek and check. Once I save it here, let's call it Happy Birthday Card with Balloons. Now let's check the mat, and there we go. See, your balloons is a print to cut layer. Then you've got your darker layer and your next layer. I don't have my machine set up, so I'm not going to do the cut. And also because I don't have a video camera set up to show you me doing the cut. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and happy crafting.